Hey Sammy fam, today we are going to make the best, the most bougie ham sandwich you have never had probably, but after this I hope you make it for yourself. So obviously ham sandwich, we're going to start with a leek. We just want the stalk. And leeks are annoyingly dirty, so we gotta try to wash this out. This leek surprisingly didn't have much dirt penetration, so that's great. Now to simplify this, I'm going to cut it in half and then cut these in half long ways. And then we'll cut some like 1/4 inch half moons. Now we need to add some garlic to our leek mixture. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5 cloves. Crush all the garlic into your mix, or just finely chop it if you don't have one of these handy dandy garlic crushers. And we're also going to add a tablespoon of salted butter. We'll put this on the stove over medium-high heat. We'll let that saute 5 to 10 minutes or just until the leek is nice and softened. And let's chop up about a tablespoon of fresh sage. That smells amazing. It smells like a Bed Bath & Beyond, but in a delicious way. Set this aside, we will need it in a few minutes. Now let's work on a spread for the sandwich. Mascarpone, I don't know how to say it. Delicious soft cheese. That's about 2-3 tablespoons there. Let's just use it all. Add a tablespoon of Dijon. Lemon juice. Just going to use the juice of half a lemon here, whatever I can squeeze out. fresh cracked pepper, and instead of salt, we're using about a tablespoon of anchovy paste. That'll add a much nicer savoriness to it. Oh my God, that's so freaking good. I think our leeks are ready as well, so go to the stove. We're gonna take these off heat. We're gonna throw in this sage. Give this a little stir. The minute the sage gets hot, it just starts to smell fantastic, mixing with that subtle leeky onionness. Like leeks smell like onions, but they also just smell like leeks. There's something special and unique about them. It smells like I'm in the French countryside right now. And we cover this and we just let it kind of sit in its own steam with the heat turned off. One last major filling component to our ham and cheese, the cheese. We are using Gruyere. I freaking love Gruyere. And last but not least, we will need an egg wash. So that's just one egg and about a tablespoon of water. Oh, I'm making a mess. Now this whole sandwich will not be done on bread, it will be done on puff pastry. Puff pastry is super easy just to buy at the store. Making your own legit puff pastry is incredibly hard, so I recommend store buying it. Because you want puff pastry for this, not just rough puff. Rough puff you can make yourself, a little bit time consuming, but delicious. But this, you want the perfect layers that you get from the store bought. It comes frozen, but you let it thaw for about 40 minutes, an hour, and it'll unfold super easily, just like this. And we will start by spreading our cheese Dijon fish spread. I'm leaving a little bit of a border here. Now let's get our leeks. That was the sound of the oven finishing preheating to 400 degrees. Of course, my oven runs cold, so I actually have it set at 415. Really pays off to take the temperature of your oven sometime. Do not trust what it says on the screen. It may well be wrong. Spread this on here. It's hot. Ooh, but it smells so good. Now for arguably our most important ingredient I haven't even mentioned yet because it's completely store-bought. I'm not going to try to make prosciutto on my own. I'm using prosciutto San Daniele. Delicious. Could use prosciutto di Parma. Could use jamon. Could use ham. Whatever you want. I just thought this would be very nice. Freaking love prosciutto. Add on our Gruyere. I'll add a little bit more cracked pepper on top. I think cracked pepper goes great with Gruyere, and it goes great with onions, and it goes great with ham. Now we brush the edge with our egg wash. And we add our top sheet of puff pastry. Remember to take out any paper that falls into your sandwich. That would be a bad surprise. This almost turned into a disaster. Let's fold this over on itself. And now come back with a fork and we'll seal this up, crimping it. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm not good at making things pretty, but I'm good at making things tasty. Cover this again with egg wash. This will help get it nice and golden brown. And into our 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, so it smells done. It's actually been about 30 minutes, a little bit longer than I thought, but hey, it's a big sandwich. Oh, that looks gorgeous and golden brown. Let's actually get her off this hot pan if we can. Whee! So now here comes the real hard part. We have to let this sit for about 20 minutes till it cools off and it's safe to eat, but that sounds and smells delicious, from the flaky browned crust to the garlic and the onion and the Dijon. I'm ready for this. All right, she's cooled for about 15 minutes. Still crispy. She's sunken a little bit. That's to be expected. Let's get her off the parchment and chop her up. I have a feeling the corners are going to be my favorite with all that crispy corner, flaky crust. Ooh, let me give you guys a close-up. Wow. Ooh, almost too hot to hold. All right, let's see how she tastes. You can see the bottom. The bottom is perfectly cooked. That's the one part I was nervous about. It's hard to tell when you're baking if you're going to come out with a soggy bottom, but I did not. Flaky, crispy layers of crust. Savory, perfect balance of ingredients. The spread we made really shines. The leek and the prosciutto pair so well. There's kind of three-part harmony with it. This could be a perfect main dish served with, you know, some roasted asparagus or miso potato or something. Or you could have it as a finger food, as an appetizer. Not too hard to make. Definitely a crowd pleaser. And I feel like people are going to fight over the corners. Look at the layering. Look at it. Please work for me, autofocus. I'm in heaven right now, guys, but well, ooh, it's hot. I need to go get my wife and have her try some of this before it gets too cooled off, because I think there's not a great way to reheat this. Oh my god. Thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please comment. You know it really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.